Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I am coming back at you with another Wargaming and miniature video. In today's video, we're going to continue on with our What's in the Box series. And in today's What's in the Box, we're going to be looking at a 251 transport, or basically a half-track platoon. So we're going to take a look at that. It looks like there are 4 vehicles in here. And it looks like there's different loadouts. Let's take a look at what the back has to say for us. Okay, now this is a Flames of War 15mm or 1/100 scale box of miniatures. It's made by Battlefront for Flames of War, but you can use these with any other 15mm rule set that you use. I mean, there's nothing saying you can't. It looks like there's 2 configurations. We got the machine gun or the -1, right? And then we have the 3.7 centimeter anti-tank gun is the -10. And it looks like you can put either one on there to create the half track. You get 4 half tracks. You do get a decal sheet, and you get 1 unit card for Flames of War. Okay, let's open this up and take a look at it. All right, inside the box, we did get a little bit of bubble wrap as a packing material to keep everything nice and sturdy inside the box. We got the card that we were talking about right here. Since there's only one, nope, there's 2 cards. Okay, this box doesn't say it. There's no sticker, but it looks like they've included the SS card in addition just to the regular Wehrmacht. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull those cards out. Yeah, because I've noticed recently Battlefront has been including the SS cards in addition to the normal card. Yep, there we go. See, this would be your normal Wehrmacht, and then this is your SS. They're going to have different stats based on the quality of the troop. Yeah, you got the stats for the machine gun and the 37. And then you've got its special rules like Stormtrooper, Unit Transport, Defense AA, Passengers, all that good stuff. All right, so we'll go ahead and put those off. Now the decals were also included in that package. And the decals look like they give you bumper divisional markings for the 116th Panzer Division, the 17th Panzer Division, and the Hermann-Göring Panzer Division. If you've never come out to any of these What's in the Box videos, what we do is we take a look at everything that comes in the box, and then we zoom in close so you can see exactly what you get. So we'll get a chance to look at that, plus the numbers for 3 different half tracks. You got 311, 312, 313, and 314. So I guess that would be all from the 3rd company, 1st platoon, and then track 1 through 4. Interesting. Okay, we'll look at those when we get zoomed in. Okay, it looks like we got some polystyrene or hard plastic crew figures. These have not been converted over to their new ABS soft plastic, which I'm okay with because I think some of the hard plastic figures actually have a little bit more detail on them. They're just not like the extra durable and flexible. Okay, it looks like you got to, I wonder if all these are the same. Yep, looks like you get 4 of them, 1 for each of your half tracks. You got a machine gunner, which you may or may not use because you might use the, first of all, you don't have to use a crew member on the gun. You could just have the gun, or if you do use the crew member, then you're not using 3.7 centimeter cannon. Looks like we got a driver here. All you see is his torso. You got a commander officer type, and then a couple of passengers. Looks like a MP40 with this passenger. Looks like a rifle with that passenger. Okay, but again, we're going to do a zoom in so you get a chance to see. There are 4 sprues all in mustard. The 4 sprues are all exactly the same. Now that's a good looking little sprue here. We've got the tracks, and you notice there's tracks. There's 2 options on how to put your tracks on. Okay, this is outstanding. It includes the parts you will need to do an engineer half track, which is not advertised on the box, but you can do machine guns, and there would be your machine guns. It's either a 34 or a 42, right? 34 or 42. And then same thing with the passenger machine gun in the back. It's either a 34 or a 42. You've got your 37 millimeter anti-tank gun. You got your lower hull, and it looks like your upper hull. This piece is the interior hull, so that'll go inside there. You got your front tires. Okay, there's an opening for your back door, and it looks like you've got a door here that you would put in there. Fit that in there. Okay, this looks like an earlier half track. So what is that, the C model, not the D? Yeah, which are good. I think they're more iconic looking. Yeah, I'm excited that it actually comes with the bridging equipment so you can make engineering half tracks. Okay, you got the front axle, you got the anti-tank shield, you got the machine gun shield. This is something I noticed with Battlefront that I really like. Like you can see on this lower hull, it's got 2 tabs on this side, but on the other side it only has 1 tab. And then your tracks, depending on which ones you're going to use, this or this has 2 slots and this has 1 slot, so you know which side it goes on. You can't mess it up. And the reason why that is important, there is a tractor wheel. This on all tanks, pretty much you've got a bunch of guide wheels that just guide the tracks around, bogey wheels. But there's usually a tractor wheel, and that tractor wheel has spokes that turn and drive the chain or the track all the way around the bogey wheels, and that is almost always in the front. And so knowing that, I would have no problem putting these on the right side, specifically these, because they don't have the sidewalls, so I could, if I wasn't paying attention, mess that up. I personally would not, because I know what a drive wheel is. But if you're new to the hobby, or if you're in a hurry just to get these on the table or what have you, they give you the little guides that fit. Okay, I've got a little bit of question here. I'm gonna have to do a little research on this. These tires have, like this track has 3, and this one has 2 male notches, where these have the female notches, and the track hull has the male. So these should go on these, and don't use those. Yeah, those probably go on a different type of hull, but why would they include this in this one sprue? So I'm a little bit confused about that. All right, no problem. We'll go ahead and take a close look at all these. Let me go ahead and adjust my focus. All right, guys, we're going to zoom in a little bit. Now, you can see that these guys have really good detail on the tracks, right? The shadow actually makes it easier to see a little bit. Really good detail on the tracks. You got your axle, the back door, the two different styles of machine gun, you know, the 34 and the 42. Same thing with the back. You got the 34 and the 42. And then let's flip it over. You got the bridging equipment, but you see how these have those mail tabs? Okay, and we'll get to that when we get to the hull, and that has the 3 mail tabs. And then there's the details on the tires. They look really good. I'm excited. Gun shields. Okay, let's flip it over. You got your upper hull. A lot of good detail. You even have like a little axe right there and a pick right there. You got your hole to include your back machine gun. You got the front hole to include whichever gun you're going to put on the front. And this is the inside of those other tracks, and you can see how they got these little notches there that would fit in these little peg notches. Okay, and there's the anti-tank gun. Let's flip it so you can see the interior floorboard, how there's got that tons of detail. And then these tracks. Now on the top side of these tracks, those are those storage compartments that would normally, you know, you would just have to add to the side of the half track, but in this case it's included with the track, so they'll just fall into place. Okay, that's you get 4 of those sprues, and you get 4 of these sprues, which is the crew. Let's start here with the officer. Okay, trying to find my level of focus. Looks like it's right about there. You got his hand up, got a pistol in his hand, checking things out. You got your machine gunner. Okay, and then you got your 2 passengers. Hugging his rifle, hugging his MP40, and then you got the driver, which all you see is the top of him, because everything else would be tucked up underneath the front of the hull. You would never see it. Okay, backside of these guys. Got a little bit of gear on him. His gear, it looks like he's got it flipped around to his front. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. No gear. These are passengers, so really they got their back against the wall usually, so it's hard to believe that you could actually see anything. And then the same thing with that guy. But man, they got some really deep straps that you should have no problem painting. Okay. Let's take a look at these decals real quick. Of course, you got the crosses, you got the white crosses, you got the black crosses, you got bumpers, right? One for each of your 4 half tracks. You got license plates, right? One which should match up with these, so be careful. Like that bottom one right there, that one, remember it's 140122, and if you look right there, that's 140122. Might be easier to read if I turn it over like that. So you got to pair this up. This one goes with that one. Don't mix them up. Okay, then you got the 1/16th Panzer Division. That looks really cool. I like that red with the gold. I think that was pretty good. HG, I'm assuming that's Hermann Göring. I don't know what that is. It's kind of hard to tell. Just looks like a white circle with a black line. I'm not really sure what that is. And then you also have the 17th Panzer, which it's hard to tell because you're looking at a white decal on this very light blue cover. And remember, Battlefront always puts like a protective plastic cover on all their decals, but the decals themselves are usually extremely thick, so you got to make sure you use a lot of decal solvent. Now this is probably unit type symbols. I can't really tell. Nope, those are the numbers. Okay, so you can see the 311, 312, 313, 314. Nice. Okay, so that's the decals, and we're not going to zoom in on the cards. All right, so that was the 251 Transports. I was pleasantly surprised that it has the engineering bridging components on there, and so that should, okay, see how you got the bumper on the front there, and then on the back it's got that license plate, which you can't really see it, but it goes on one side, one of the what do they call that, a mud flap, yeah. And that's why we have these what's in the box videos, so that even though you're thinking about buying this, you probably want to know, what exactly am I getting? Well, now you know exactly what comes in one of these boxes. And that's what the what's in the box videos are all about. If you like this style of video, or you find these videos informative, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and be sure to hit the notification icon so that you can be notified whenever I upload new videos. All right, I will see you in the next video.